Hello, what? Oh, you know what I did? I know what I did wrong. Hold on. That was stupid of me. Hold on. I forgot to change stuff around, for fuck's sake. But how's everyone doing today? Nice first flow? KK, did you get my message? I sent you the key because you won yesterday, that key. Let me just fix this real quick because I was wondering why it wasn't showing up on the screen. It's because I didn't fucking set up the thing the right way. Game window, hide, mute. Let me see, game window, hide, mute. Video capture device, unmute, show. Stressed out. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm trying to fix something real quick. Unmute. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Let me just check something real quick. Okay, everything's good now. Everything should be working properly. Okay, let's play. No, I've never played Stanley Parable before. Please it's just a slider until the computer is barely visible. I'll just put it right there because it is barely visible right there. And at the current time, it is 11 o'clock. So stability settings, okay. Begin the game, let's begin the game. If I could turn back.
This is
also, I got a new
man named Stanley.
I also got a new controller recently.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
My Logitech one broke. My Logitech gamepad broke.
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Oh wait,
and
shit.
Others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
Okay, that's
though he had been made exactly.
Hi Flo, how are you today?
And Stanley was happy.
Is it loud enough, or am I too loud, or is the game just loud enough to be able to hear it?
Happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
hey, Hardy.
call a meeting, or even say hi.
Who's a good puppy?
Never in all his years at the company had this happened.
But you need silently join.
Isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked,
I'm glad you're doing okay,
Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest
soon.
time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
If I don't want to step out of my office, okay, fine, I'll step out of my office.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Hello! Hey, Gator, how are you
decided
today?
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
There's some way to get up there, but I can't remember how. Is it like this? Hold on. There we go, I figured it out. Okay, I figured out how to get up here. Here we go. I made it out!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
I did?
Okay,
I don't think I said Hardy, though.
Are you sick of this gag yet?
I'm doing good, kid. I'm glad that you're doing good.
Ah, Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
Oh, okay.
Now, think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh,
no,
and this is
Hardy.
which, perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what
Like, give me an
happens when
achievement
you
or
pick
something,
the other
goddamn.
option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Okay, I'll just press this other option, I guess. Uh-oh. Can't press this other option? Yes, I'm sick of this gag now. I'm now sick of this gag. Why did I do this to myself? Oh my god. Okay, well, begin the game again. That was just an Easter egg, by the way. I didn't actually have to
All
do
of his
that.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I know there... Is it this one?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't
don't
make a
remember.
single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Wait, really? What does that say? Waiting input. What are you guys talking about? Hardy, what did your son cater?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
A dead
just to
rat?
admire it.
Really? Really, dead rats? Catch that your chicken farm. Okay.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
This door? Nah. I'm taking this door.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Life is like a hurricane here in Duck. Race cars, lasers, airplanes. It's a Duck. Hey Egg, how are you doing today? Oh, fair enough. What the fuck, Hardy? Goddamn.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been
You know what?
neglecting,
Probably.
Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? What?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something
Sure.
beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
The blue door? Okay, got it. Sorry, I'm
Perhaps you
colorblind.
misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Well, they may have changed it.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley.
There's
you want
a
to
blue
know
door.
so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here.
Hey,
Haven't
quiet,
even
you
finished
egg.
building this section of the map
Walked in through
because
the
you were
door.
never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it
Yes.
worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay,
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Okay, I was thinking 1, but I was just do
Aha!
5.
You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door?
Because you
Well,
are the game.
It's instinct, mostly. A calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except
So
that
for everybody that didn't see, I
felt
got
it
a
in
new
my
controller.
soul.
And yes,
You
it
can't
does
teach
have
that,
those
Stanley.
buttons.
Do
I
it
don't
even
like
try.
how it has those buttons.
Here,
But check out my new
based on the
controller.
data from your previous playthrough, I've
It's not
compiled a
yellow, it
new
looks
version.
yellow, but it's actually
Perfectly candid.
neon
I
green,
think
basically,
I've knocked
or
it out
bright
of the
green.
park with this one. Let's take a look.
Again? Nah, fuck that.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
See,
Hey,
I'll
I
do
nearly
5.
forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Is this Minecraft?
In this game, the
Oh,
baby
this
crawls
one.
left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course,
Really,
the
eh?
message of the game only becomes clear once
Can
you
I pause? I can pause. Okay, good. I was gonna drink some Gatorade for the electrolytes.
playing
Okay.
it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure
I
to
am
keep
not playing
notes
that for
on
4
your
hours.
experience.
I'm not playing this for 4 hours. Fuck that.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's
Despite
the
you.
latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Nice.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
This is the Minecraft run. Oh, a different game? I have to play a
Yes,
different game?
this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh wait, no, he's gonna start something up. I've seen some gameplay of the original game, but that was a long time ago.
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
I remember
It
there
seems obvious to me
him
that you are
making
meant
me
to
go
play
into
as a
Minecraft
creepy
at one
man,
point, and that's about
spying on
it.
innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Okay. I run? No, I can't run. There's nothing much out here besides this. Okay, I see. I went the wrong way. But how is everybody today that didn't say how they are doing? Egg, Hardy. I don't know if Hardy said anything. Flo. KK.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
Is this Portal 2?
It
No,
is.
imagine.
It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh.
No.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any...
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank heavens.
Is the game
we
too
avoided
loud or
it.
am I too quiet? Anything like that?
Stanley.
I can turn down the game a little
I'm going
bit.
to get us out of here.
It feels
Let's
like it's
find
a little
another
loud,
game.
but not too loud.
Preferably something with walls.
You know what I
something
mean?
with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Yeah. Game sounds fun. Okay, good. Just
Wonderful.
thank you.
See, this is exactly what I
Kato.
had in mind. Just
Do
a
I
nice
sound too
big
loud?
box
Oh
for
my
you to
God,
run
this
around
is
in. There isn't any
literally
possibility that you could get
Rocket
lost
League.
here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing
it
that there's a
Rocket League
ball
on
of some
there?
kind
It's-
back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh,
I
what
think it says
fun.
Rocket League on the
We shall
signs
run the
too.
bases and do a touchdown
No.
together. Yes,
I don't wanna play
think
Rocket
surely we
League.
must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Where did the ball go? Oh, there it is.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought.
Yes.
And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure... Hold on. What are you doing?
I didn't realize what the fuck?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me?
Wait,
You
what the
can't do it.
fuck?
You know that. Stanley, come back.
I didn't realize that was a thing I could do. Find cabinets. Oh, that's what. Okay. Oops, shit. Am I in the back rooms now? Uh-oh. Going deeper and deeper into the abyss. Oh no. Oh no, I fucked up. I lost the narrator. Back to the Half-Life mod. Wait, was this originally a Half-Life mod? It looks like it could have been. I'm trying. I can't get out. I'm too stuck. It feels like the back rooms. Imagine a sick monster comes out. Oh wait. I think I found the exit. I think I found the exit. Yes. 427, my office. Kind of. Maybe not quite. Okay, I am confused. Hey! Oh. Hold on, it's
I
dark.
wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
Kind of.
He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way.
Interesting.
Once this ends,
Yeah, fuck
after
off,
it all
narrator.
comes to a close, then I'll be back. The
You
end
may be
will
a nice
here
guy
soon.
IRL, but fuck off.
Very soon. I can wait.
Well, I guess I begin the game again. Over from the beginning. Yeah, exactly. What a
All of
piece
his
of shit.
co-workers were gone.
I could go
What
out
could
of the
it
world
mean?
again. Hold on, I think I know
Stanley
how to do it
decided to
still.
go
Yeah,
to the
I
meeting
still know how
room.
to do
Perhaps
it.
he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna go back out there because then I have to restart again anyways.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah,
Perhaps
I
he wanted
know.
to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Maybe.
Stanley
Give me
was
a
so
bit, bro.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
I
ago.
want to know what's up here first.
Look,
Because I
Stanley,
dropped down
think perhaps we've
before.
gotten off
I
on the wrong
didn't
foot
fully
here.
finish that.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about
He has a nice
nothing
voice, but he's
you
not a very
all this
nice person.
time. There's someone
Just
you've been neglecting,
saying.
Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
You're asking for who? Okay, here we
This
go.
is it, Stanley. Your chance
here.
to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
That's funny.
It's definitely here.
I
Tuesday.
did unplug the
Stanley
phone.
picks up the
I
phone.
don't even know who
He's
her
taken to his
is.
apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yeah, see, I'm right here. I'm not Stanley. I didn't say my
Believe
name.
I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real
no.
world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he
Ew.
could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Back, sack, and crack.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
You have people make choices for you or something.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed of good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
I want to see if this goes back. Hold on, what? What if I go back in there? Okay, I guess I'm going back.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Oh no. I think I fucked it. I know, I jumped off the platform already and went to a room. You weren't there for that, were you? Oh yeah, that's right. I can survive just jumping off into the pit, right?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Yeah, whatever.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What, you mean the right?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh no, I broke the game. That's why it was like that. Okay, I'll go left now.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now.
I broke the game.
What am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely?
Whatever.
To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Oh no, the game. I'm still somehow alive though.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Oh no.
What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh.
I'm not a
That
child.
story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
What happens
on
if I
his
go
left.
to the right again? Does it completely break?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Oh,
that
okay,
means
I
choosing
see.
responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well then.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for not getting
Feeling a
fired.
wave of disbelief, Stanley
Toughness, do
decided to go up to his
unbelievably
boss's office,
amazing work
hoping he
all the
might
time,
find an
every day
answer
with no.
there.
Let a ball up inside you, take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Let a ball up inside you. Okay, I don't care.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I quit.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability,
Mommy.
he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
It's not working.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115? No.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay,
There's
fine.
no-
You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect
tried.
Stanley
Why is there a
shows
pin
for his
with
choices.
a gun to
He
its head?
knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't
Man,
want to
this is
see
a
what I had to
terrible
show
boss.
you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a
fuck?
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on
Wait,
his
what?
left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The
I need
end!
you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
Nice, I got an
Is
ending.
everything all right? Stanley, this is important.
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you.
Where did
You
you come?
understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything.
We need to hear what he has to say.
No.
I'll just begin the game again. I don't care. Now let's do this the right way.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. Put the jump. Fine, I'll jump. Fucking A, dude.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform.
There, see, I
plunged to
leapt
his
from the
death.
platform and died.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay. Didn't survive it. Okay, Egg. You told me to jump
When
off and
Stanley
die.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer.
Look, a broom
Stanley
closet.
stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I think I like it here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No
This is an
reason
Easter
to
egg, by
still
the
be
way,
here.
just like what he says, but whatever. Me out.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
I'm going
office.
downstairs.
But Stanley
Can't stop me,
just
bitch.
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he
I
thought
got
to
food
himself,
now.
maybe I am crazy.
I got food.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical
Nice coffee
sense.
cup.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer,
Well,
an explanation.
I keep
His
going, but I don't
co-workers
know how
weren't
often
actually
I'm gonna
gone.
be able
He
to.
wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
No.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this
Life
dream.
could be a dream.
I wish
Life
it
could
to
be a
be
dream.
over. Let me go back to my job.
Shaboom.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's
I
all
do know that
want.
song, by the way.
I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh no.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
he's
I must
stuck
be
in the
real. I
dream or
must be. Can
something.
anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
He blacked out and died.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
What?
She
What the
rose,
fuck?
got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call
no.
for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Sure.
The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Fuck, I pressed the wrong button. Life could be dreamed, life could be dreamed. Hold on a second. Because I know what game I'm gonna play after this. When it comes time. Because if this game is as short as I think it's gonna be, Unless that was just the main Stanley Parable and not the Ultra Deluxe edition. I don't know.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, so there's more good.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope, can't open it. God damn it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
He just
Stanley
told
happened
me.
to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Yeah, sure.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Life could be dream, life could be dream. Boom, 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 boom. I think I'm winning egg. I'm not sure if I escaped yet.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I kinda wanna go back up, but I can't. I don't wanna.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, I'm escaping.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, man.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Yeah, sure.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
How much do I have to... Okay, there we go. Finally, Jesus Christ. What's in here? Wee! Ah! Dead. Maybe I'm not dead?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
I want you to know,
Stanley
I haven't
can't see
been
the
using the
big
gun this
picture.
whole time, by
He
the way.
doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Goodbye, world. I'll miss thee. Wait, does this
Farewell,
stop?
Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Wrong. They survived somehow. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Nothing. Before I do anything, I have to go forward.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the
Oh
same.
shit!
Do you see now?
Oh, this is
Do
so
you
cool.
see
It's my
that
computer.
Stanley was already dead from the moment he
Office
hit start?
layout. Wait, really? Filing cabinets. Office computers. Oh, somebody was playing solitaire apparently. What's this downloading? I don't know what that was downloading, but it was downloading something apparently. Employee database. Wait. I can't read any of that. What's this do? Button sounds? Look, credits. Cool. You know, I'll remember that, by the way. If I can find the real escape, and you'll admit that, I'll keep that in mind. The lounge is okay. The apartment timer, okay. I almost beat the game a second time, maybe? Monitor room, elevator, countdown desk. What's this? Boss's office, screens from the development. Oh, okay.
Stanley pushed the big red button. Now then, this elevator for sure would get him right back on track to where he was supposed to be.
Now look closely, Stanley.
I'm gonna begin the game again. Okay, now let's do this.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door
I
on
know
his
it's
left.
the left door, I get it. There was an ending in there? Fuck!
Yet there was not a single person here either.
I didn't realize there was an
Feeling a
ending
wave
in
of
there.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a
I'll just-
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah. Yeah, we do this. Go somewhere around this way.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned
okay, you
to
don't need
discover
to-
not
I
an
wasn't
indication
expecting
of
you to
any
spoil it.
human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his
No, I
situation.
don't remember what this was.
But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Sure, luck. Let's try this again.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would
I have
meet his
one
violent
question.
death.
Do I have to go down this way to my death?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley
Wow.
still had
Here's
every
the thing.
opportunity to turn
At least
around
it's
and
raining
get back
after
on
a
track.
drought, because that means everything will be
At this
better
point,
now, I guess.
Stanley was making a
Technically
conscious,
speaking.
concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death. As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated.
This is a good
as
game.
the machine
I'd say
crushed
10 out of
every
10.
bone in his body, killing
Because
him
there's so many different
instantly.
endings you can do.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh no. Warzone. What? Why is there a Warzone? Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like chores, which was not our intention. Yeah, sure. Ultra Deluxe announcements? In December 2018, we announced the Ultra Deluxe version of the Stanley Parable at the Game Awards. The screenshots of the videos? Oh, cool. What's this? Narrator emails? Oh, interesting. Emails from the narrator. Interesting. What's this area? Stanley's office. What's this? Early development. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. Interesting. Don't worry, I'll find it. I know I will. Okay, I think I found it. Maybe? No, it's not down here, is it? Nope, I'm back to where I was before.
Where he was supposed to be in the story. Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of textbook mistake.
Interesting. Oh, really? Hold on. I'll keep looking for it. Don't tell me where to go, though. Just barely in my view. Okay. I'll keep looking around. Nothing there. what the fuck was that? I see it. Never mind, I found it. I found the exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it.
I don't want to turn
let
off the
time choose
PlayStation
for
though.
you. Don't let...
Uh-oh. Was I supposed to die there? I don't know. Okay.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
No, it's not. What the fuck? This is a new office. Let's see, can I open this door? Ow, fucker! Ow, there's something on my desk and it poked my arm. Let's see, what does that say? I hate Mondays? Yep, Garfield reference. It has to be. Or at least, I don't know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might find coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
2485, right? No, 28.
The moment he entered his
45?
manager's office,
45?
Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be? Stanley was in
Yep,
such a
I was right,
rush to get through the
2845.
story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Okay. Something popped up that I could...
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. I don't know what that's doing, but whatever. No hints, Egg, for that. I'll try to do it myself. You can think of hints, but I'll ask. I'll ask if I need a hint. I'm just trying to get all the
Stanley
endings,
walked
and
straight
there's
ahead
no
through the large door
achievements
that
for it,
read
so.
Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
That's
reduced
weird.
to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under
No.
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with
Wait,
his
is there no
boring
monitor
job?
69?
That his
Hold on, let me
emotions had
check.
been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Fuck, I can't check because it's doing this. Hold on, wait for it. There it is, I see it right there in the middle of my screen. 2 next to the fire and then down 1.
No. He refused
found monitor
to
69.
believe it. He
Nice.
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly
Okay, can you
blind
tell
to
me
the world?
if I won yet? Like, tell me when I
But here
actually
was
got the
proof,
true ending
the
or
heart
something.
of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and
Facility
commanded
power.
from this
Okay, so I'm
very
guessing the
place.
facility
And
power
as the
needs to be
cold
turned off or
reality of his
something?
past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
It's not this way? Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated
Sure
the
it's not this
machine.
way?
Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Oh, okay.
Freedom was mere
But I technically
moments
did
away.
escape.
And yet,
That means you have
even
to
as
admit.
the immense
You
door
have to
slowly
admit.
opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber,
I
he
escaped.
realized
Technically,
none of
I
this
did
mattered to
escape.
him, for it was not knowledge or even power.
So
that
either
he
you
had been
lied
seeking,
or you didn't tell me it was an
happiness.
escape you were thinking
Perhaps
of.
his goal
Egg.
had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how
What do
to
you mean
feel.
not the true escape?
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth
Okay, I
knowing.
think I get it because
Stanley
I didn't get.
stepped
Is
through
it the
the
one
open
where you
door.
play Minecraft or play Stanley in Minecraft or whatever? Unless they got rid of that in this edition.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly
Okay.
the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
See, I beat the game and I got the achievement, complete the Stanley Parable. I got my first trophy too. Okay.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Path to... You motherfucker. I think I know what you're talking about. You're talking about one of these doors, aren't you? Because I remember seeing it before there was an exit or whatever with those doors.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, I don't know which one to go to.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Am I going the right way right now, or am I not doing it right?
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Yeah, no, I don't have to do it. Yeah, a little bit. Here at the office. Oh fuck. Okay. Well, I wanted to do this too. So I answered your question, by the way. Egg, you are kind of being too mean. Not like in the worst way, but I mean like, I don't know. Oh wait, hold on. I wanted to see what would happen if I did this.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Is there a way that I can do it after I've gone to the office? You know what? Hold on. Begin the game again. Okay, I went to the office the wrong way.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Just
Stanley
tell me when
decided
I've
to
gone
go to
too
the
far,
meeting room.
okay?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I know,
Perhaps he
but
wanted to stop
you
by the
won't
employee
admit
lounge
that I'm not a
first,
brat,
just to admire it.
which you said you would if I got an ending.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Stream delay? Oh fuck, the stream delay, I missed it. I missed it, didn't I? Fucking stream delay. Let's see. So
Just
if
a
it's
step
here. Do you
through
mean
this
the
door,
one where I
Stanley thought
go
to
back
himself,
out
that's all
here
I
or
need.
something?
If I can make
Do I
it
need to
through
go
this
out
door,
here again?
I can make it through them
Because
all.
I'll do that.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
No, okay. Just making sure. Has to be somewhere here, maybe?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I can't use a guide. I can't remember how to do this. Wait, what the fuck? It's been a long time since I've seen it, dude. You're so mean. Why won't you just admit I'm not a brat?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Damn it. Technically, I'm not using a guide if you tell me, right? Can you tell me which door it is? You don't have to tell me exactly what I'm supposed to do, but I'm pretty sure it's one of these doors, right? It has to do with one of these doors, I'm pretty sure. Clicking on it, like, as many times as it says or something.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door
we're
on his
breaking the
left.
game. So it involves breaking the game.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Is it up
hoping
here?
he might find an answer
That would be
there.
funny if it was right here. Hold on. I don't know how I got up here, but neat. That's a good hint. That's a good hint. And breaking the game. Wait, if it involves breaking the game, I broke the game before.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But
Damn
Stanley...
it. Oh,
just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to break the game, but it can't be... The only thing I can think of, the only thing that would, like, technically break the game is going out of bounds, and I did that already.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
See
co-workers.
what I mean? Like, I could go out of bounds. Hold on, snooze. No, it's... You know what? I give up. Just tell me. I give up. I don't know. Fine. I'm a brat. You like that? Okay, I'm a brat. Whoa. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Feel free to clip it. I don't care. I know you're gonna. If not, I'm not doing it. It looks like I'm supposed to go through one of these doors. 486 or 4B6.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor
You know what? I'm
did it
looking it
advance
up.
the
I don't
story
care
in any
anymore.
way.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Was I supposed to follow every instruction? I looked it up. I'm not sure if this is the right ending, though. I looked it up. I don't care anymore because this is just like, this was impossible.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I didn't read a whole guide. The right door.
When
Hold on,
Stanley
what?
came to a set of two open doors, this
It
was
told
not
me
the
the
correct
left
way
door.
to the meeting room.
It told me to
and
follow
Stanley knew it
everything, the
perfectly
true
well.
ending.
Perhaps he wanted to
Okay.
stop by the employee lounge
But
first,
the door
just to admire it.
Oh, fuck. I fucked up. Oh, I think that's what I'm supposed to do, huh? Okay.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to
I
the
couldn't
meeting.
body block it. Am I doing this wrong? The right door, you body block the door to stop it from...
Already this was
I don't know, I
uncomfortable.
don't get it.
And Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
That or, I heard or.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the
Damn it.
meeting room, and
Just you get through it as a close animation, please.
How
Okay.
long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my
What's
senses
the name
were
of the
turned?
ending?
He
Do you
made a
know?
note to be more careful with time from now on. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his
Okay, I
left.
have to wait for him to stop talking.
This was not the correct way to the meeting
Can't you
room.
get... How to get the... How to get the Broken game ending in Stanley Parable. Okay, I think this is normal Stanley Parable. I think this is just the normal Stanley Parable. It's not quit the menu. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna see if that was just the Stanley Parable. Begin the game.
This is...
Press X to skip.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Then what's wrong, Egg? What am I supposed to do?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Because I already got
Yet
a
there
lot
was
of
not a
endings
single
already.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Oh!
Stanley decided to go up to
I
his
knew you had to
boss's
go to the office. That was
hoping
the
he
one that
might
made the
find an
most
answer
sense.
there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, I think I know what to do now. I couldn't find it online,
door,
but I know what
just
to do
go.
now. Here's the torches going, nice. Don't tell me anything else. I don't hate you, Egg. Egg, you're a cool dude. Or... What are your pronouns again? Do you have pronouns, Egg, or do you just go by any pronouns? Like, I could call you she, her if I wanted to, or they, them, or
Stanley
it,
walked
it,
straight ahead
you know,
through
that
the
kind of
large
thing.
door that read Mind
Or
Control
he, him, I forgot
Facility.
to mention that one. Okay, you never explored your gender? I'm just curious
The
now at
lights
this
rose
point,
on an
because I
enormous
explored
room
my
packed
gender
with
like
television screens. What
twice,
horrible
I think.
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought.
Yeah,
to
I
himself.
explored my gender
Did he
twice
have the
because
strength
one
to find
time
out?
it just clicked with me that I liked they, them as pronouns, so I went he, they. Recently it's he, she, they because I had thoughts of
Now the monitors
like
jumped
that
to
made me
life,
think, oh,
their
I may
true
be
nature
transgender,
revealed.
and then I was
Each
like,
bore the number
let's
of an
try this out
employee
because
in
I
the
was like
building.
actually feeling
Stanley's
it that day,
co-workers.
that night.
The
you know?
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
I couldn't find
And
a guide, so
Stanley,
technically,
one of them, eternally monitored
technically
in
I
this
still
place
haven't looked
where
at a guide
freedom
for
meant
it.
Nothing.
Technically I still haven't looked for a guide for it.
This mind control
So
facility,
technically, you
it was
still
too
owe
horrible
me.
to
You
believe
still
it
owe
couldn't
me.
be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life
I'm not sure if
utterly
this is the true
blind
ending,
to
though.
the world?
Like, I don't know if this is an actual ending that I can get, you know?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he
I mean, if
would
you
dismantle
agree
the
that I'm not
controls
technically
once
looking
and
at a
for
guide,
all.
and then you'll call me not a brat for it if you have a hint that won't, like, ruin it. Never mind, I figured it out. It's the buttons. I just noticed more buttons just now. Okay, I figured something out. Oh, wait, really? Fuck. So it's not these buttons. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here for those. Oh, okay, I see. Sorry, I'm gonna snooze the last ad that I can snooze. Okay, so I'm not supposed to be here, is what you're telling me? Because if that's the case, then I think I know what to do. But I wanna not turn off the power yet.
And when at last he found the source of the... Oh, Stanley.
I wanted to do
You
this
didn't
first.
just activate the controls, did
Yeah, I
you?
kind of guessed
After
that.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly
Sorry, I
the
was,
power you think you
looking at
do,
a
for
guide.
example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent. Stanley
Oh, it
suddenly
says right
realized
fucking
he had
here.
just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine
It's
is
telling me how to
activated
map my
without proper
shit.
DNA identification,
My new
nuclear
controller
detonators are set
in
to
the
explode,
manual, but I didn't realize
eliminating the
it.
entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be
Where's
even
3?
better.
Maybe I do put
My
them in order.
goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what?
Hold on, I need to pause. Egg, please don't leave me, Egg. I may need you again. I know Starry is live right now, but I mean, don't leave, please. No, don't leave me.
I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Life is like a hurricane. Race cars, lasers, airplanes. It's
Something in this room was capable of turning it off. I mean, look at you.
2.
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no,
3.
these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won?
4.
Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds
5.
ticking away to your
5.
death. You're only still playing instead of
I don't
watching
know
a
how to do
cutscene
this
because I will
part.
watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces.
3.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
1.
Make it
3,
count.
1.
Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life
3,
from the
1.
moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
5. Damn it! Son of a bitch. I have to try that again. I want to figure out what that does. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna look that one up. I know it's not that one, but actually, hold on. There's hold on. I'm trying to. What button order do I press in Stanley Parable? 2, 8, 4, 5. In the wrong one. Oh, never mind. Okay, so there was nothing I was supposed to do with those. Okay. Good. Good to know.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Hurricane here
mean?
in
Stanley
duck,
decided to go to
race
the
cars,
meeting room.
lasers,
Perhaps he had simply missed a
airplane.
memo.
It's a duck. I don't know how to open that door, but apparently I can open 426. How to open door 426. Stanley Parable, there we go. If you load into the game in the office rooms, have a blue tin, look left as soon as you leave your room for office 426. Oh shit, hold on. That's 428 though.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Whatever, I
mean?
was trying to do something.
Stanley
but it
decided to
won't
go
work.
to the
Okay,
meeting room.
I'll go to the
Perhaps he had
office
simply
now.
missed a memo.
New content. Wait, what?
New content? What does that mean? New content.
Wait, what does that mean? What does it mean, new content? What the fuck? Wait, is this the Stanley Parable Deluxe, whatever the fuck it's called? Ultra Deluxe? Apparently this is the Ultra Deluxe mode, I'm guessing.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you
Oh, and
may
maybe I
know,
did
the
already.
Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022
Hey,
with
Ed,
the
welcome
Stanley
back to
Parable
Mads.
Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world
Interesting.
over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay, so I knew I
So
wasn't
far
playing the
it's an
Ultra
effort.
Deluxe edition.
Nothing special yet, but I'm
I
sure
knew I
it's
wasn't
just
playing
the
the Ultra
beginning
Deluxe
of a
edition.
mesmerizing adventure.
I knew it. I had that strange feeling and I was right.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Life is like a hurricane here in fuck
I
bye.
have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Content. Oh, here we go.
All right. All
The
right,
jump
let's
circle.
see.
New content.
The jump circle?
I can jump. Jumps remaining. I'm getting rid of all my jumps. I don't care. Twelve, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, no more jumps.
Is that it? Surely that's
Imagine
not
that
all
was
the new
it.
content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this
So
is
yeah,
new
by the
content,
way,
then
I
could just
found
read you
you
the
can-
whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
Would you like
Hell,
the extra
I could
jump
count to
season pass
30
for
trillion. You could put
$69.99?
that on the
Nice.
box. The
Also, no,
Stanley
thank you.
Parable
No.
Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with
I
no
love
respect
it.
for their fan base
I
rush
actually
a
love
cheap
this ending.
expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Oh, outdated. It's
my
X now
fault,
for
Stanley.
some
I
fucking
built
reason.
up too much
it's okay,
anticipation
they
around the new
can
content, I'm afraid. It
misname
could
it
never
in
have
this.
lived up to
I'm
such
okay with that.
expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Sure, begin the game again. Whoa, it's new. Where am I? Is this the Stanley the news?
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Does it say coffee nut? It says coffee nut on. Oh, I thought it meant. Never mind. Exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a
Neat.
look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? And over here is where I keep
PlayStation
reviews
port,
of the
they did
Stanley
that?
Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end
How
up
would you
less
know,
than
Egg?
any form of
Sus.
art, Stanley Parable
Sus.
strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's
Meow.
nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Oh, here we go. Original? It's down here. Original maintenance? Yeah, I'm not going in there. Even if I could, I wouldn't go in there. Because there would probably be an ending.
Here's another moving passage, this time from
It's 9 out of 10.
GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games
There's a button
and
right
one
there
that
and I can't
offers
get
some
to
of the
it.
most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've
This is
ever
the
been
Skyrim
confronted with in a
Persona.
game.
Nice.
9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Okay, interesting. How do I go in there, though? The serious room? I can't go in there! Unless there's a way to go in there. How do I get in there? Oh, do I go out this way?
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Oh,
What I
what the
wouldn't
fuck?
give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no,
Pressurized gas
Stanley. It's a
reviews?
collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for
Oh,
computer
no.
games. I haven't looked
Never
at
heard
these
of
in
that.
years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Hold on a second. I'm unplugging my laptop for a second. Not exactly a second, but you know what I mean. Like it took me a second, but
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny.
Oh, Steam! Pressurized
His humor
gas,
and
I get it,
dialogue
Steam.
proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the
Pressurized gas
Stanley
reviews,
Parable,
I get
but
it.
the game's
Steam
already such
reviews.
a densely layered web of profound philosophical
I'd buy it on
insights
Steam and
that
play
I
it.
can't
I'd give it
even
a 10 out
imagine
of
where
10
I'd have
on
the
Steam
room
as
to
well. Honestly, if I had it on Steam.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me
Apparently
if
you
I'm
are.
preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
Yeah.
I feel
2016.
like a failure. Like I let these people down.
Noodle
Perhaps the
Shaft.
Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Wait, was that the original game? Reviews? I hate how I didn't realize pressurized gas reviews meant Steam. I don't know if Gabe Newell was like, nope, you can't make fun of Steam, I'm sorry. You know?
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay, cool.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's
Yeah.
the power of the button. The
That's a
minute
nice
I
button.
start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Okay.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
12 hours?
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just...
I don't care.
Oh, hello. It's you.
Hello!
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time.
Well, you're gonna have more time. Now he's dead, I think. Might as well be dead, I mean. He's in the hospital. Where's that beeping coming from?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, enter.
Okay. How many times do I need to press this?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
That's annoying. Well, there goes its leaves. I should have watered the plant, huh? Oh, there we go. It's destroyed. A little bit. Was waiting for it, Egg. Was waiting for it. Now it's more destroyed. Now I can see clearly now. The ceiling's gone. Oh God, I'm stuck. I got stuck. I think I. Oh wait, never mind. Waiting to escape. Look at all these plants, wonderful. Berries, don't eat the red berries. We don't know what they're like yet. Oh no. Was there a big boom or something? A nuclear explosion? Imagine the narrator was still alive somehow. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, I'm gonna escape. Escape. They blew it up! Those bastards! I have no idea. I thought you meant my screen was dark. Can you see the game? Or was it just that the thing was dark? The game. I don't know where I'm supposed to go now. So I'm just gonna. Oh, there we go. Oh, interesting.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Interesting. I have no idea, honestly. See new content. You know what? New content.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
New content, guys.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Nice.
Yes, you
Investor
see,
showcase.
isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll
so
cover
it's just
with
a
a
port.
fully-fledged sequel.
Okay, now-
An entirely
okay.
new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly
just
been
twisting
asking
around.
for. Now,
I
to
don't
be
know,
clear,
possibly.
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing
This
for
way
it.
to the show
I
floor.
figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
So
It'll
basically,
all
I was
work itself
playing
out.
the first game for the
development is
first
much
time.
more of a fuzzy magic than
But then
anything
it
scientific.
went on to
Here we
this
are.
stuff. That's
Go
cool.
on, try out some of the new features.
Wait, really? There's a button that'll
For the
say.
Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want?
Exactly.
And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to
Too
be
small, too big, this,
individually
right?
recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks...
My name's
Sorry,
not Jim.
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
Oh,
If
sorry.
you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
Yeah, but it's funny.
We're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
Okay, fine.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim,
Wait, what?
rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally,
Okay.
dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim.
Okay.
Do you feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Yes.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time.
So
If
fucked
this
up
were
and
the
funny.
only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Funny. Now that I'm here, what door do I go through? Let's see. This door? Nope. This door's empty. I'm guessing I can't open any doors. Okay, good to know.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Free new easy trophy? Yes, please. Hey, look, it's me! Kind of. It's not me, it's Stanley, but still, it's me. Free trophy? I'm getting this free trophy. Hold on. Is it this dude? Free trophy A. Pull the lever, receive your new trophy.
Now,
Yes.
here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley. But I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding.
I am
this
upset.
feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
This is so upsetting. I thought I was gonna get a free trophy and it didn't give me the free fucking trophy. That's what it feels like! Now that you bring it up, I think that's exactly what they're going
other
for,
exhibits haven't we
maybe.
seen yet?
No screenshots, right?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Which one would I go with? I don't know. Oh, hold on. Happy 12th birthday, Stepney's. Get well someday. This one,
You know,
definitely.
sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Oh, you fucker. I was hoping it was gonna be the happy 12th birthday, Stepney's. Merch.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Hold on. I'm scanning it. Yes, I know it's gross, but shut up. Oh, it's actually a website. I thought it was gonna be Rickroll or something. It's their official website. Nice. Huh. Cool. Reassurance bucket. Office decorations. The button that says the name. Okay. Jump circle. Infinite hole. Oh, I know what that is.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe.
I could jump
What
in
does
the
it even
infinite hole,
mean?
but I don't want to
But the
because then I have to
Stanley
do this
Parable
all
2,
again.
Now that's an artistic statement.
You know
right
what? Fuck
there.
that.
It's future-oriented.
I'm going to
it
exit.
screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Nice. That actually sounds just like something Elon Musk has said. Because I swear he may have said that actually at one point. He had to have. Because that just seems like something Elon Musk has been doing for a long time now. Imagine he made an X2, it's like Twitter, but the second
goodness.
one.
Stanley, this is very awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to both the exhibits for the bucket and the collectibles. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves both of them. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the collectibles and the bucket. Okay?
Okay.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Wait, really? That's
I don't want to
stupid.
stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable
Wow,
life.
that's fucked up. Wait, why can't... Do I just have to keep going forward? I think I have to keep just walking forward. Sorry, I wanted to check where my battery was at. I got a Stanley collectible. There's 6 of them. Collect them all.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely
Oh my
tragic.
god, that's fucking stupid. The jump circle?
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
I'm looking for... Do I have to actually look for more of these fucking things around here? I wonder if I can collect that as... this one as something or whatever. No, probably not. Nope. Now, where do I find the bucket? Let's see. Let's see, where's that fucking bucket? Bucket, no. The button that says gym, nice. The reassurance bucket, I found it. I found the bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it.
There's no bucket.
Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Cool,
You see,
where's that?
Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
But there's no
As long as
bucket.
you hold on to
Oh,
the
there it
bucket,
is. Never
the
mind.
many
I see it now.
disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You
Come
may
on, let
even
me
come to
in.
long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah,
Can you
yeah.
imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on.
I know, right?
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact,
This
can I
is
say
a
that
bucket.
I do believe the bucket
Dear
lends
God,
you an air
wait,
of charisma
there's more.
as well?
No.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The
Wow.
benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I got a bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Okay, the exit is this way. I was confused for a second why there was no exit sign anywhere. If they make a third Stanley Parable game, it'll be way too long since they've made this one. I think this one was made 2-3 years ago, maybe. I could be wrong. You could look it up. I don't know. Oh,
So,
it's-
Stanley,
it's
what do you
bucket for
think?
popcorn, maybe?
Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
There's no seats available because I can't sit down.
Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah, sure you do. Oh, this looks like shit.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's
No,
sort of...
no
Okay,
potential.
never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel
Yeah,
good
sure it
about
is.
this. Here we go, version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This
This is
isn't
so
a
dumb.
coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Yeah,
with
sure you
respect, with care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Or it takes up to 11 hours if you're a completionist to beat this game, but 5.5 if you just play the game. Begin the game. Haha!
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay, it's the same game, I bet.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Ha,
it
get
be?
well someday.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yes, I got a bucket. Get a bucket and a mop for this wet-ass cop.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps
so
his
fucking
boss's
funny.
office was where he'd find out. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Executive bathroom? Ooh.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these.
Sure,
only the
sure.
intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you
Oh
come
my god, he
across one of
talks
these
too
beautiful
much.
figurines.
He's talking too much. Somebody kill him. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss shows. What the fuck? No, can't go in there. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the sooth. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Yeah,
Was it the
whatever.
bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. Another miniature Stanley figurine.
No, he's gonna talk
This,
forever.
You know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes,
No.
I think I like that.
I don't
Another
like that.
Stanlerine under your belt.
I don't like that. I like the Stanley Figs or whatever the fuck else he said. Something else. He said something else, I know.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty,
bucket, by the
he
way.
would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Sure it will be.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Reach an ending with the bucket, maybe I get an ending for it?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I think I won't do this one.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Drop the
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Ah, I couldn't see if 69 was still there.
Was the bucket
Yep,
under the
69
mind
is still
control
there, nice.
facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Interesting. Okay.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its... Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Am I doing it? Egg, am I winning?
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the...
Okay, I don't care.
All of
Goes
his
the bucket
co-workers
again?
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to
Right.
his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley
What?
did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
What the fuck?
It should have alarmed him, of course, because
He's
buckets
inside the
can't
boss's
talk.
office?
But Stanley chose not to think about this.
Okay,
obvious
I'll look
fact.
at it in a sec.
He was firmly convinced that the bucket had
Look for it
spoken
in
to
a
him,
second.
and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once
I don't
again
like this
obeyed
bucket.
blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said. This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
What? And then I fucked the bucket.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship.
Holy shit.
It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Okay, interesting. Now what do I do? Oh, bucket!
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me. Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen
Nope,
to me.
can't hear you,
It's
not
just
listening.
a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk.
No,
All
it
it
can
would ever
talk.
truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man. There we go.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is this awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Where's my bucket? Where's my bucket wife? I can't find my wife. Where's my wife? Oh, there she is. Where he is.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it. Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket.
This
It's
guy's
just a little
talking too
more,
much.
What am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
To relive the someday with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Go home to work to home to work to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks.
Hold on.
What's wrong with
I'm
me?
turning
I
up-
don't
plugging in my
understand.
computer again.
Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Or no, I'm gonna fuck the
Stanley,
bucket.
give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
I closed my eyes, now what? Go back to work, Stanley. Okay. And then it starts over. And I don't need the bucket anymore. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Hold on,
What
this
could
is the
it
bucket.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Fuck
meeting
you,
room.
bucket. I
Perhaps
don't
he
need
had
you.
simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On my left. Sort of a sequel exhibit. Nearby a fireplace, a private Oh, a large room, lots of boxes. Okay, I see. I see what it's telling me now. I see what that's telling me at least. Oh, that's just broom. Wait, is it in the broom? There's nothing in the broom closet. God damn it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, so if it's in
Here's
here
the
somewhere.
door. Just go.
And is it in the office itself? Because I remember seeing some pop up over here, but I don't know. So Egg, if you're still there, it's in here somewhere, right? Or is it afterwards? I mean, you could say it. I mean, I'm having trouble finding it, so... I mean, I would have used the guide by now, because this is very hard to find. I don't think I'll ever figure it out either. Those doors are the ones you break? Wait, what? Oh, I see what you're saying. Fuck, I would've never got that.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, whatever.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm trying my hardest.
Here's the door, just go.
Fuck, I was so close. I attempted to break every single door in the game dungeon. Fair. That is fair.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I know I can make it up here. There we go. I made it up onto the chair. Ah, I can't do it. Okay, whatever. I did it once by pure luck, I guess.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hold on.
Here's the door.
There we go. Now what do I do? If I fucked up, what do I do now? Oh, I go in here. Okay. Oh, no, I don't. Never mind. Is this actually an ending? Or is this just a glitch that you found at one point or something? I feel like it's just a glitch you found at some point, didn't you? It's a glitch, isn't it? It's not an ending. You fucking lied to me, you piece of shit. I got the actual ending. I know I did now. It's an ending, but I don't know how it could be considered an ending. If it's an ending, I don't get it. Go to my office? Okay. I'm not being toxic, I just don't believe you.
Who's a good puppy?
I'm a good puppy. Hi, Raichu, how are you today? Nope. Is it the doorway? Is it the doorway I go into now? That's good to hear, Raichu. No, it's because I thought it was just a glitch. I don't know how. No. I'm not actually calling you a piece of shit. I'm just saying that I don't believe you or whatever, but get in? Okay. I would have never known this. I thought that wasn't an ending for a second, that's all. You are now leaving. Oh, this is an ending. This is literally an ending. Which way do I go? I go this way. Okay, I'm sorry for calling you a piece of shit. I didn't actually mean it. I just, you know. Hello, D77 I don't know what to call you. I'll just call you if that's okay with you. How are you today, I would have never gotten this. Maybe it's just a loop. At this point, I think it's just loop 757. Yeah, I think this is a loop. Oh no, it's not a loop. Never mind. Okay. What's wrong, Okay. Escape pod launch bay. There we go. Escape. Escape. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I can't see. If you're not gonna tell me how you are or do anything other than be cryptic, I guess you can just try to explain yourself later. Yeah, I don't trust them.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now what do I do, Egg? Egg, what do I do now?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did I fuck up? Oh, I did it? That's it? So that was, and now there's papers everywhere? Is that it? Just have papers everywhere?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Interesting.
Here's the door, just go.
If that's it, then... No, the papers are just RNG. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. There's a version with the bucket though. I'm pissed. I'm pissed now. Hold on. Is there really a version with the bucket? Because if there is actually one, I'm gonna have to go for it now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed
do I
to
do the
melt
same
away
steps?
as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Oh, every ending has a bucket version? Okay, well, I guess I'll do this. I guess I'll do this one and then I'll end off the stream, I think. I thought I was gonna have to play Lord of the Rings Tomb Raider today, but apparently not. Because this game, oh, I could probably play Tomb Raider, couldn't I? Maybe I'll play Tomb Raider after this.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping in.
There we go. Hi, sheep. Hi, sheep. How are you today, sheep? Is this right? Right. Yeah, okay. I have to know the ending. I have to get the ending. And then what I'll do is I'll switch the game. For a bit. I forgot I can't jump for a second. You are now leaving, okay. I have to keep going up. What's wrong, sheep? I'm sorry to hear that. What's wrong? If you don't mind saying it in chat, if not, you can message me on Discord or something. You sound jump out of window. I already did that, sheep. No, I already did that. I can do it again. If you guys want to rewatch the VOD, it will still be up. Window with bucket? Okay, I'll do that next time then. I didn't realize that's what you meant. But I don't want to do all the endings over again, so I'll just do that one last, I guess. The last ending. I wonder if it's just my glasses that I can't see well. Nope, it's actually very dark. Wait, what the fuck? That's confusing. Oh, I'm sorry, Sheep. If you need to talk about it after stream or on Discord DMs, you can text me or something if you like. He could have easily fit in there. He could have easily fit in there with that bucket. Okay, last
All of
ending
his co-workers were
that I'll
gone.
do
What
with
could it mean?
the bucket.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Wait, I
missed a
can't.
memo.
You guys, I lost the bucket. Hold on. I think the bucket's gone.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
Okay,
the
never
meeting
mind.
room.
I found the bucket
Perhaps he
again.
had simply missed a memo.
And try
Oh, I
not to
can't-
lose this one too, you dolt.
Nice. I can't do it. It actually doesn't let me do it.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his
No,
left.
not ads. I'm sorry, Egg. Okay, well, I played this game. Oh, wait, whoa, wait. There's trophies for this? There is actually trophies for this? Obtain all other trophies. Okay, test trophy description, replace this. Oh, nice. Quit the game and then start it again. Oh, cool. And let's just say we disabled it. Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday? Don't know what that means. Click on door 435 times. Hold on. I can do that. 435 times.
All of his co-workers were
1,
gone.
2, 3,
What could it
4,
be?
Oh,
5.
please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
Wait, what?
Now,
Wait,
suppose
really?
you were to click the door 20 times. I
Oh,
would
not
say
AI
that's
bullshit.
the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Are you online right now, Sheep? I should have you as a friend. Hold on. Where do I find friends? I should have you as a friend, but apparently not. I'll try to friend you again. Next time. I'll friend you at some point. I know I will. 430 times.
I have to say, I'm
that's probably
feeling
why
the
you can't see it.
satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
Can you tell
Perhaps 50
Egg that I'm not
clicks.
roasting him?
Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Okay, this will take forever.
I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417? Well, fuck you, dude. 20 clicks on the 417? Where's 417? 417 is over. Wait, where's 417? Is this 417?
When Stanley came to a
No,
set of
whatever,
two open
dude.
doors, he
I don't
entered
care. I'll do that in my free time. Right now, I'm gonna play some Tomb Raider.